Chad can remember when we actually covered the Franklin Lions and the Academy Bumblebees in our Central Texas coverage area. Now we've
I
tightened
covered
up.
a Franklin kid at the state tennis tournament one year.
Yeah, Austin Clores. He was
Yeah.
good. We've tightened up our area over the years. We still cover like close to 70 football teams. But I say all that to say this. So if you include the Franklin Academy winner in there, we have the potential of 3 Central Texas matchups next week. And that would be Lorena, and I'm just going to say Franklin. I think Franklin will beat Academy.
Mm-hmm.
But Chilton, Bremond, and then Jonesboro and Abbott. So kind of a 2-part question here. Which of those matchups is the most likely to happen, and which would you most like to see?
Okay, so I'll jump in first. I think Jonesboro-Abbott is really likely. Like I said, I picked Gordon. That one may be a coin flip type of game. Abbott and Gordon, they're both pretty good for traditional 6-man powers.
Mm-hmm. That was a 31 to 24 game last year. Abbott won.
Yeah. And then I feel like Whitney and Lorena are probably, if we had, and somebody does like point spreads on games, right?
Yeah.
Like, is there a website out there?
Maybe Padilla poll. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I would say Lorena and Whitney are both touchdown to 10-point dogs this week.
Yeah. Well, the Lorena Whitney game, that's not one of the ones that's not out there.
Oh, yeah.
Lorena-Franklin.
Oh, yeah. So Chilton Bremond, that could be. I mean, I think probably Chilton Granger is a pick'em.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to get sidetracked there, but yeah. But Lorena's an underdog. Chilton might be a slight underdog, but okay, yeah, I'm going with Abbott Jonesboro is my most likely, and the one I most want to see is Lorena-Franklin.
Yeah, that was a fun game that you covered that first. DJ, what do you think?
Well, I agree that Jonesboro-Abbott is the most likely out of these matchups to happen. But yeah, Lorena-Franklin should be, like the game, right? If Lorena beats Columbus and then has a rematch with Franklin, like that's a pretty good game. And you didn't mention this, and technically, neither Grandview or Malakoff are in our area, but if Whitney beats Winsboro, they could play either of those teams. So it would be either a rematch with Grandview or playing Malakoff, which is the top school in that limestone.
Yeah, I think Malakoff is really tough too.
Yeah. So but I think Jonesboro-Abbott should be a good game. And then Lorena-Franklin will be probably the best matchup if it ends up happening. Yeah.
I would also love to see Chilton Bremond. That's always a fun game, and of course
that was a 1-point game during the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bremond. Maybe and obviously the Eagle, our sister paper in Bryan-College Station, also covers Bremond, and they kind of sometimes slip under our radar, I would say, but they have Falls City this week. They're both 9-3. I think Bremond is certainly capable of winning that game. They have a great quarterback in Coben Zan, who had like 5 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns this past week. And so, yeah, I would love to see Chilton Bremond too. But any of those matchups, if we get all 3, that would be awesome, because we know they would be close to Waco. We like that. We like having good games to cover. So
the other thing
rooting for all of them.
We might all be in the 6-man business next week.
It's true. Yeah. And back to that Abbott Gordon game. So that was a game last year that same round, Abbott won 31-24. And if you'll recall, and Michael Haig was out in Abbott at one point this season and got the correct pronunciation of Riley Shustala. right?
Ustala.
Shustala, one of those Czech type last names. But Riley missed that game last year. And Riley's healthy. Joey Pavelka, their junior tight end defensive guy, is healthy after missing Abbott's first 2 playoff games with concussion. They got a center back that from a knee injury. So Abbott is about as healthy as it's been all year. And now Chad is regretting his Gordon pick very much. So well,
hey, I had to swing for the fence a little bit,
Sure,
I got some ground to make up.
Yeah, no doubt.